Welcome back to Sticks and Strings. I'm Naomi.
I'm Bev.
I'm Eve.
And it is obviously middle of March. It's almost, this will air on the Ides of March. That's true.
That's right. Yeah.
So beware of the Ides of March. And also for all of you who celebrate St. Patrick's Day, hope it's good for you. Beth is being very silly. We forced her.
I bought the silly glasses, and we made Beth put them on.
And I got a text this morning, we're green. I'm like, okay. Fine. As I dug my green shirt out.
Yeah.
We hope you all are.
St. Patrick's Day Wednesday?
I don't know.
The 17th.
Tuesday.
I bought this at the M&M store when
Today's 14. Tomorrow's 15.
Yeah.
So it's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Tuesday. Yeah, because we don't have rehearsal. Yay.
Oh, that's right. That's good news. We hope you guys are doing great. You know us, we like to sit and gab and do crafts. So grab your favorite project and your favorite drink.
And if it's not your favorite project, grab the one that you're working on.
Grab the one you're forced to work on because you got to get it done.
Steffi Webb of Linda Stitches, she calls it cough medicine stitching. You know cough medicine doesn't taste good, but you know you got to take it because it's going to make you better.
Yeah. So get ready, sit back with us and have a chat. All right, we're back. Beth had to take those glasses off because they were pinching the oxygen out of her nose. I'm also going to take this hat off.
This is a good representation of the weather nowadays. Either spring or winter.
Yeah, totally. Totally. All right, I think Beth is going first.
Yes. So last week I was almost finished with the ferret, and I finished it either Saturday night or Sunday. I think Sunday afternoon, something like that. Sunday, yeah. But I finished the ferret, all the greenery and everything in the flowers. Cute. And then I started on the bear, and I had done most of the greenery, but not all of it. So I finished that, and I did a lot of stitching on the bear. And so I just have this, like the bottom here and some swirlies here. And everything really except for like right here by his feet, there's a little blank space. But all the other blank spaces are that darkest brown
You're almost done.
Color.
You
Yeah.
finish this week?
So yeah, I think I'll finish it this weekend.
Nice.
And then I'll be doing my I didn't bring them here with me, but my crochet project, one of my crochet kits, and my punch needle kit.
Ooh.
I have waiting in the wings to go on for the rest of this month, and I'm trepidatious, but you have
a good teacher in your house.
I'm willing to try anything,
She has someone who crochets in her house.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Is you're a good teacher.
So
if y'all could get along for 5 minutes.
So these are cottage garden samplings, A Year in the Woods, and this is the raccoon I finished February, I don't know, recently. And so if I finish the bear this weekend, I will have finished this whole panel. This is the first time I will have finished, a single panel. So this is the bear. The ferret I don't have handy right now, but this is what I'm working on now. So yeah, and the only other thing is that the other day at Hobby Lobby I bought this little project bag thing for I think my crochet is going to go in there. I have a little Ziploc bag that the kit
Your crochet won't need that. You can put all your market stuff in there.
Yeah, but
it's cute.
Yeah, I bought it because
it looks like I should own it.
Yeah, I know. I thought about that. Yeah, because I think I might have. I had, I'm trying to consolidate things as I finish them, get them out of project bags, and I have one project bag that has finished stuff that's not FFO'd. But so yeah, I've been trying to transfer stuff in there, and so I can get more, free up more project bag space, whatever. But anyway, so I bought this because I have junk I have to put somewhere, and that is me.
Oh wow! All right.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to mention this little just non-stitching thing. I talked about how this kitten, I don't know, I think I talked about it, called Hippo, which is in the Orphan Kitten Club, and they send out, if you become a regular donor, they send out these what do they call them, like not like playing cards, but collector cards, whatever. So this is baby Hippo. It's a little hairless kitten they had that passed away just recently. But I had joined the Orphan Kitten Club just before that. So they sent that, and they sent a little sticker for the Orphan Kitten Club, and then a membership card.
Cute.
So that was fun. Just a fun thing that was extra non-stitching stuff that I did this week. So that's it. That's me.
Okay. Last week I said, oh, I'm again working on the Murder in the Garden, and then I didn't show it to you. I'm working on Murder in the Garden. Last Tuesday at orchestra rehearsal, I actually made visible progress.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm part of a bird.
And no, she's not talking about actual murder. She's talking about a group of crows.
A
Which
group
is called
of
a
crows
murder.
is called a murder. Yeah,
Which I think
that's
is
the name of the pattern.
hysterical.
But the name of the pattern is Murder in the Garden. There was probable cause, C-A-W-S. That was a joke put in by one of her friends because she said, is it weird to call it Murder in the Garden? And her friend said there was probable cause. So, anyway, I have 2 finishes. I was working on this when last we spoke, and I finished it. This is Beef Lamazing by Cross Stitching for Fun or Sunflower Cross Stitch on Etsy. And it was a free pattern when I got it, but I don't know that it's a free pattern now. So, and I absolutely love the color of the fabric. I want
You
to,
dyed yourself?
yeah, I want to make this into a pillow, but I don't have a sewing machine. I might have to steal Naomi's or something.
You don't have to steal it, but you can come borrow it.
And my other finish is Wolf by Pigeon Coop, and I absolutely love this. And I bought some stuff I'll show you that I want to finish it on. I wanted to get a frame. Did you know 4x4 inch frame isn't 4x4?
Mm-hmm.
This is 3 inches and 3 7/8 inches by 3 7/8 inches, right? Or something like that, close to that. And that would not fit in the opening on a 4-inch frame.
Yeah, they cut off the.
It would cut off part of it. What's wrong?
She's looking.
Oh.
I'm counting.
Oh,
I'm looking at my pattern is right here. So I'm trying to count and make sure I'm doing the right thing.
so in January, I bought a kit that I didn't realize was coming from China, and it arrived this past week. And it is red, white, and bloom. It's an embroidery kit.
Oh.
And I took a picture of all the pieces, but I was really, really happy. It came with, a hoop. And it came with this little card, which inside has, to open it properly, it has a flag inside. See, a little flag. And it has, I took the
Needle minder?
needle minder, which I'll show you. It has scissors and a
Threader.
which I don't use because I have a lot of scissors. And here's the needle minder,
Oh, that's pretty.
and it is gigantic.
Ooh. Oh, how cool. Neat.
It's going to be beautiful when it's done. And I said I'm going to try to do
Can I
3
see?
blooms a day. But if I don't get 3 done, it's not a tragedy. And of course it came with all the thread.
It's printed. The pattern's
The
printed.
pattern is printed. Yeah, it's
Neat.
it's embroidery. It's not cross stitch.
Yeah.
And I
That
took
is
pictures
so
of everything.
cool.
I took pictures of everything before I started.
Is the thread really red or is it orange like this?
There's 2 different colors.
Okay.
There is there's this deep red and then this red.
I see.
And
Where do you use it? It just says in the pattern?
just wherever you want.
Oh, I see.
And then there's this deep blue, a medium blue, a light blue.
Oh, and you just decide where the colors go?
Uh-huh. And a lighter blue.
Oh.
So I use all the blue colors in the blue, and I could
Uh-huh.
use white there too, but I want to save the white.
Mhm.
And the white, there's 2 different colors of white. There's an off-white and a white.
Oh, wow. I would have so much trouble randomizing. I can't
Yeah.
randomize.
Yeah, I had to be like, be told where to do.
Well, I could look at the pattern and see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Let me see how it's. Well, see, now I don't see the different colors of white just from this little picture.
No.
They use white on the
And
inside
that's
of the
the,
flowers.
yeah.
That's really cool, Eve. I didn't
So-
know you did that.
It costs a fortune because since it was coming from China, I was like, what is this charge? I realized it was shipping.
That is neat.
But it's a nice kit, so, and this fabric is very thick, so it'll hold up. So
Yeah, that's going to be really cool.
I think that once it's done, it'll be really nice. Problem is, I'll have to have it professionally framed, I think.
Yeah, well, you'll want it to be.
I think there's some typos on it. But, you know, what do you want?
China.
China. So my friend that used to teach overseas would, every now and then, he would send me, like, cards and things from, like, China or Japan or wherever he wasn't in China, I guess, in Japan where he was. But, like, he sent me cards that had, like, kind of crazy translations on them because they were not English, you know?
So, one of the things I'm supposed to concentrate on this month, I've done my WIP-GO pieces, is Moonlit Moth, which is by Counting Puddles, and it's beautiful. And I am just like, because this pattern for this moon, my brain will not do it. I can see the pattern and I understand how it's done, but I just kind of, I'm like, that does not look like the picture. And then I finally just said, I'm going to do my best and let's just let it ride. So this is where I am. And then I have to do the same pattern on the wings. The wings, I think I'll be more concerned with having the pattern show up correctly, just because it's bright on bright, and this is basically color on color. So. And then I did a very small amount on In This House We Do Geek by Crazy Stitch. I finished back stitching the Enterprise. And then it took a minute to choose. I decided on a green. It's a Threadworks green, actually. Like, I was digging in there for the moth and I went, there's green in there. Which I am done with, so. So I think it's going to be really pretty, and it'll say, and the odds are ever in our favor. I'll put that in green.
Oh, the Enterprise looks great there. You can really
It
see
looks a lot better
Oh,
now.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. And then we are not having winter here. We had a few cool days. They were not cold. They were cool. So this is Temperature Pits by, I'm going to call it JC Breeze from now on. And I'm doing it this configuration, but the cats and dogs. And I have a dog.
Oh, cute.
This skipping with the tail, the
That's
same
hard.
row, I'm like, I had to like wait and use a different thread. So I couldn't just do it on the same thing. But I think it'll be really cute once it's done. So I'm hopeful that I'll like this when it's done. I think when it gets hot, I think it'll just be solid red.
Mm-hmm. It'll be easy.
Yeah. Yeah, so they show 2 different colors of red in the hot months. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, not here. So that is all my stitching, but I bought, to finish the wolf, I bought sticky board. I have a 4x4 circle that I'll use to cut it, and I'm going to put it on this, but I am going to paint it black.
I see a red door and I want to paint it black.
And these little beads that I'm going to put around.
Oh, yeah.
I may leave them the same color that they are. I'm not sure.
Natural color.
The natural color, yeah. Because it's kind of a natural thing.
Yeah.
And
woodsy.
the crochet, oops. The crochet, the first panel that I was working on was this one.
Is this for the
that purse?
market bag kind of purse thing?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah, so it'll be this color.
I like that.
It'll look like that. And then the second one I did is this one. So this is going to be going, so my plan is this goes this way and this goes this way. And this one is going to go on the bottom, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
like this. On the outside of this is going to be a blue that is this color right here. So it'll be like a bright edge to it that matches the blue on the center. Then I have to start putting them together, and then I have to decide what I want to use for the handle.
Do you have to put a lining in it or no?
You can. I'm not going to. I'm going to use it more like a
Like
Like
a shopping bag, kind
like
of market bag.
yeah, like a market bag, or I could put it as a yarn bag, even a project bag kind of thing. For yarn, things wouldn't fall out of it. If I want to, I can line it, but I don't want to.
I was gonna say, I don't want to.
So that is all I've done.
Yep. All right. Well, I too have a finish, as you saw when we messed up my hair. I finished this hat for my friend. It looks really small when it is just sitting here, but it has a double brim, and as you saw, it's pretty wide. I hope it fits him. If it doesn't, oh well, he won't tell me, but it probably will. 'Cause that's pretty big. Pretty big noggin can go in there. Yeah. See? And so I finished this. It has not been washed and blocked yet. Don't worry, I'll wash it before I send it to him. So I still have to wash it and block it. And I just messaged him like, I don't have an address to send it to. So anyway, so that's it. I showed you the cables. You can't really see them. And now that I'm holding this, it looks blue. It looks navy blue instead of black, but I'm pretty sure it's black. Isn't that funny?
I thought it was purple.
Anyway, this is done. This is the ribs and cables hat that I've talked about in the past few weeks. So when I finished that, and I had finished that big gray sweater, and I had not yet gotten the go-ahead from the committee to buy the yarn for the new sweater I want to make, I was like, I don't know what to do with myself. And then I remembered that I had a temperature chart. So one night I went in and I actually finished the January branch of my temperature tree. And I'm sorry I didn't bring it today, but I will show it next week and hopefully have more in February done. But I did sit down. I just like sat there and watched my show and just worked on it. It is kind of tedious because I decided to do the high and low. And I'm like, why do I do this to myself? Because if it had just been the high, it wouldn't have. But it's daunting to be like, I have to do 3 stitches of this color and 8 of this, and then okay, well, in a way, I'm kind of glad that I'm behind because I can see so many days have the same low color that I can do those 3 leaves in a row, and then do the highs, which might be different. Anyway, so I did go ahead and finish that, and then I don't know, knitting really is like solace to me, and I didn't have any active. I mean, I have a lot of projects. Don't get me wrong, but I just sat down and decided, you know what, I need to work on this anyway. So I've been working on Hannah's cardigan again. This is
such a beautiful pattern.
It's so pretty, and I feel bad. She forgives me and understands me, and so she's not upset that I haven't finished it. But this is the cardigan I'm working on. It's full color work, which is why it's so daunting. I cannot take this with me anywhere. I can't do it. Oops, and look at me. I'm already popping stitches off the needles. I have to really focus on it. This is charged enough. I can show you just really quickly. This is the chart, and I have to follow it line by line. So so it's just a ton of concentration, which sometimes I really need to concentrate and be away from my brain. Well, when I started back on this, I literally had woken up. I've been so exhausted this week, not sleeping well and working a lot, and I tried to go to bed at a decent hour, and I woke up at 2:30 in the morning. And I tried to stay in bed, and I couldn't sleep. And finally, at about 4, I just got up, and I'm like, I need something to do. So I pulled this out, and actually focusing on that pattern, I don't know, she really helped me, my mind from racing and everything else. But anyway, so this is really pretty. In about 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, it's going to switch to the main color being the pattern color being the light one, and the dark color being the background. So see how the dark color is the pattern right now? It switches, and so the dark color becomes the background, and the light color is going to make these patterns. And it just alternates like that up the sweater. And then, but I'm a little intimidated by this, as I've explained before. This is it's a cardigan, and this is the body of the sweater. And let me find the steek. This is a steeked sweater. So here in the center, you'll see this little pattern, looks like a little stripe up the center. Eventually, after I kind of secure the sides, I will be actually cutting this knitting with scissors. And that will open up the front of the cardigan. And then you put a band on, and the band is going to look like this. The button band will look like this here. And then you do the arms.
Boy, that's got to you've got to trust that you put it right.
Yep. And then the arms will look similar to this as well. The sleeves, it has this at the bottom and goes up. So, it's a long song. But, sometimes it's good to have just such a long thing. I don't know. We'll see. But I do also still want to get the yarn for that other sweater. And I'm toying with the idea of actually making a video log of that sweater, or that knit swirl sweater. And actually just kind of making a video as I go through it, or series, or I don't know. I'm thinking about it. These guys have been telling me to start my own channel for a while, and I haven't, but I'm toying with it.
Our viewers tell you to.
I know. So that is literally me. I'm going to remind you all that we are giving away 2 of these patterns. I believe we have 1 entry. So if someone else is, if you're interested, please use the keyword Daisy in your comments, and we will send that out to you.
And it's a fun stitch, guys.
It's really cute. And so now we come to question of the week, and this week we are wanting to know, what's your latest finish? Since we all have finishes this week, just finishes everywhere. We want to know, what's your latest finish? Let us know what that is, what it looks like. If you have an Instagram, you can put that in the comments and we can go take a look. So we're curious how your finishes are coming. And what's the story this week? The story is, I think I'm getting sick. Or this crazy weather, which is now going to 100 this weekend?
Yeah.
Is making my allergies crazy. That's the other option.
It's been fairly cool, and then it's hot, and then it's cool, then it's hot.
Yeah, and I've been working way too much, and it's only going to get worse.
I was gonna say, I think I'm especially being out here, allergic to, in Little Rock, allergies didn't really bother me. I had some friends who had to go and get, allergy shots every spring or whatever, and I'd get a little post-nasal drip kind of thing going on, and sometimes I would get like chest congestion. My doctor used to say, you have like a little allergic reaction, and then you end up with like a chest cold kind of thing. But that was really about the extent of it, like a little bit of antibiotics and I'm fine, and whatever. But out here, I'm waking up, like I get stuffy nosed, and my eyes are a little,
I think
there's
everything's
just more
blooming.
Yeah, there's
right
more
now.
growing things out here, especially out here in Santan, because there's all kinds of crops that everybody's growing,
And dust.
and
Cows.
Yeah, and so I think it's just more stuff to be allergic to.
I had a doctor tell me, don't say it's just allergies. He said, because if your body is having an allergic reaction like coughing and sneezing and, runny nose and all that from whatever, that's a perfect...
Sorry, we just had a scare. We had a bird hit the window.
Well, you know what? In my apartment in Little Rock, I had a glass balcony door, and it had a little bird print on it,
Yeah,
where the pigeons
like
would sometimes,
But
run into
you
my
wouldn't
window.
think you'd need one with it so far in like this.
Like under a
Yeah,
porch.
Yeah. So the doctor said it is a breeding ground for bacteria, and if you do not take care of your allergies and keep them in check, then you will get sick, because you're allowing your body to breed that bacteria in your head.
Well, I don't know what it is, but for me, I know symptoms usually coincide with the mesquite bloom. It smells so good, but I just sometimes feel like I can't breathe. And so I think that might be it. And we were at that baseball game outside, and it was very windy that day. And then I don't know, just the last couple days, I've been feeling just really yucky and tired and run down and gross. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, when we were growing up, of the 4 of us, I think I was the only one with no real hay
I know,
fever
and you
symptoms.
used to be
but-
superior about it.
But then, and in Little Rock, of course, there's you have those days when the whole, you'd wake up and the whole outside world would be covered in green from the pollen,
Yeah.
because all the trees would release their pollens and things
Yeah.
like that. And that was usually
Here it's yellow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the mesquite, those little, the mesquite are those tiny little fuzzy balls,
Uh-huh.
and they smell so good, but they just fall everywhere.
Yeah.
The Palo Verde, they bloom, and that is also so much, and you get that fine yellow dust all over everything.
Yeah, in Little Rock, you'd see in the gutters, where the rain or water, whatever, they'd just be green all in the gutters where it had been washed off. Everybody's cars would be covered with, coated with green. And so that was usually when it would hit me,
Sure.
but otherwise, it didn't really bother me. But out here, when I first moved out here,
Yep.
I noticed right away. First of all, because back then my nose worked, but I'd be driving, like driving down the street or whatever, and I noticed like I could smell, something different that was,
Yeah.
in this, because there's growing season basically all year round out here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It gets tough.
So there's something that, things that I'm allergic to out here that I've, never encountered before, apparently.
Yes, but people used to move out here for their health.
Yeah. And then
To
they-
get away from all
And
the...
they brought all their non-native trees with them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say, I think I read that somewhere, yeah.
Gosh. What was I going to tell you guys?
Well, grasses too.
Oh, we had a little adventure today, because today is Pi Day, the Saturday. Pi is 3.14, yeah, and so everybody, all of the stores are having, Pi specials. And so we went to get, they were giving away, like if you made a purchase of at least $3.14 at Burger King, you could get free, like those little Hershey pies or whatever that they give away, that they sell. And so they were giving those away free if you, made a purchase.
But you had to buy it on the app.
Yeah, so we were out at Hobby Lobby, and we were sitting, I guess, in the parking lot, looking at trying to see what the deal was with this free pie thing, and when I pulled the app up, it said, "Oh, we see a location closer to you. Do you want to go to this location?" And I said, "Oh yeah, sure, okay, whatever," because I thought that maybe the location that was in my phone, because I don't use the app that often, might have been in Phoenix proper, with my old address in it. So I went to, so when it said, a closer location, I thought, okay. And I was telling Eve, oh, this says there's a closer location to us. It's only like a mile away or something. And so she said, okay. But when she hit the navigation on the phone, on the car, she thought she had the right one. Because it was on a similar street name or whatever.
It was on Ellsworth Loop instead of Ellsworth.
Yeah. And so we started going, and I had the address of this location pulled up on my phone, and I started noticing, well, we're not in Ellsworth Road,
No,
whatever.
she said,
yeah,
this
I
says
started seeing-
Mesa.
yeah, and I thought, did I choose the wrong one? It was Mesa instead of Queen Creek, and the zip code was real different and everything. And then the addresses on the buildings were like 23 blah 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 whatever, and the address on this location was just 7302 or something. It was just four digits.
Like,
instead
my
of,
pie is 20 miles away.
and so we're going along, and Eve's like, wait a minute. And so we realized we were going the wrong direction. So we turned around, and finally, we were heading back and sweating about, whether our food was going to be like ice cold and goopy or whatever by the time we got up there.
Well, see, the thing is that I had to order it through the app and navigate to the right one on my phone because it wasn't the one that's close to the house.
And the phone the navigation thing didn't want to switch to the correct address, the different address, whatever.
It wouldn't let me turn it off.
So when we finally realized it, we turned around and we realized, oh, we're heading the wrong direction. So we went back the other way, and we realized that from the Hobby Lobby parking lot, if we had turned the right direction,
Turned the other way, it was right
we'd have
there.
been there in no time because it was right there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So yeah, we went
So
all around.
And the app said, I said it was closer to you. You didn't believe me.
Well, the other one was closer than Combs, but
Yeah.
yeah, I was just like,
Very confusing.
and then I was making wrong
Remember
turns.
when we used to use our brains to drive somewhere? And we used to think, I need to turn left on that street.
Yeah, but you can't read a map and drive at the same time.
Sometimes I'm like,
It's like
last night, so last night I had was it last night? Wait, what is today?
today's Saturday, the 14th.
Oh, I didn't have a show last night, but I wound up working late. And because I was working late, I had my phone just sitting on the. I was by myself in the office, and I had my phone on the desk, and it was. I just had a movie playing while I was doing like some just very simple work that I didn't need my brain for, but I didn't think about plugging my phone in. So by the time I packed up and left, as I was walking out to my car, my phone said 1%, and I was like, uh-oh. So I get in the car, and it dies right before I plug it in. And for whatever reason, it would not charge enough to turn it back on. So Mark is thinking I've been abducted and dead, and I can't get that stupid phone to turn on. And there was a part of me that's like, how can I drive home without Google Maps? I know how to drive home. I know the direction. I know where I'm going. But you like it for I like it for the traffic and in case something happens.
If there's cops or
just
I don't mean to
things.
avoid police, but I mean to know that there's something going on in front of you.
Right.
If you want to change lanes or
or just or like there's traffic or an accident and it has to reroute you. And so, but it would not. It was, and it wouldn't charge. And I think my phone is starting to be weird. And by the time I got home, it still was only at 5%. It like something's wrong.
And she drives quite a distance to her job.
It's like a 40-minute drive.
40 hours.
40 hours. Feels like 40 hours. Is really like 40 minutes.
40 hours on the 101. That's a nightmare.
That sounds like a movie.
That's the name of my book. Yeah. And so Mark was ready to call the police and go looking for me. And my watch, which I forgot to wear, my watch has its own phone number, and if my phone is off, I'm supposed to be able to call out on it as well. Like I'm supposed to be able to make phone calls from my watch, and I couldn't get a call to go through with that either. And when he was calling me, it wouldn't come into my watch either. Well, and that's usually because when it's hooked to my phone, it'll come on my watch. But my watch is able to make calls supposedly.
Like Dick Tracy.
Yeah, but I couldn't get to him. It would ring, but it would just shut off like that. So I don't know. Everything was weird last night.
For you young people,
Mark thought I was dead.
Dick Tracy used to be a cartoon in the papers, and he had a watch
all the
that
gadgets.
he could talk into.
Yeah, and that's what I had.
You had a watch you could talk into, and yeah.
Remember Get Smart with the shoe phone?
Yeah.
It's so funny. Oh my gosh.
I was saying how now we pay by just tapping a card on something, or people hold up their phone and they
remember the credit card machines where the credit cards had the raised numbers on them, and you used to have to go with the carbon and.
Well,
can you imagine your credit card number floating around like that?
Well, here's the thing, is that
who was it you were talking about?
I was watching Blade
Runner.
In Blade Runner, he needs to pay for something, and he takes something that looks like a pen and he just sticks it in a hole. And
you're like future. Future is now.
And of course in Star Trek, talking on a communicator.
Yep.
Or back then, computers took a whole room, and they were taking little discs like this and putting it in there and talking to the computer.
Yep.
We've even gone past the little discs, but we can talk to a computer. Google talks to me all the time, even if I don't want it to. The tablet talks to me. I'm like, I wasn't talking to you.
The other day we went to Portillo's, which is a hot dog place, and we had not been there in years. We went to one in Phoenix some time ago, but we had not been to the one down here. We just talked about it randomly, like, oh, there's a Portillo's there near Hobby Lobby. But so the other day we just randomly decided, hey, let's go to Portillo's, and so we bought lunch or whatever there. And now there's Portillo's commercials on my YouTube all the time.
Yep.
Because Google is a stalker.
And something else I looked up on my phone, and there it is on my television. It's on my computer.
Phone all the time. I said to Mark, because our daughter is now into bird watching, and I said to him, we should get her one of those video bird feeder things. It's you know, you put a bird feeder out and it shows you images to your phone. And an ad came up the next day, and now you are going to get ads on your phones, and so are you. Bird feeder.
I get bathroom renovation ads every day.
You can kind of understand if you actually search something, but saying it in the presence
I didn't
of this
search
thing,
anything.
Yeah.
saying it in the presence, what you said was, my bathroom blew up.
No, what I said was we were near the phones, and I was like talking to the bath person and talking to them to the other guys about it.
It's actually frightening, but then here we go, we're still using them every day. So
Well, it reminds me
Google
of
is a stalker. I'm telling you.
that movie with the Tom Cruise movie where the future crime thing.
Minority Report.
Yeah, Minority Report.
Yeah.
Where he's walking in the mall and all the little scenes are saying, "Oh, Mr. Anderton, did you like that pair of those blue jeans?" And and everybody who walks in the mall, the signs are telling them, "Oh, Mr. So and So, did you like those items that you bought at the Gap?" And
Yep. It's like it is like that. What was I gonna say? It's interesting because a friend of mine and I were talking how his kid is going to school for musical theater, and our daughter's a violinist, and we were talking about how, when we were growing up, or people would think, oh, computers are going to take over everything, and it's what's happening now, and AI it's getting so good. I mean, we could probably be AI, you don't know. No, I'm just kidding. But AI is so good at creating things now that I was like, I think the analog things are going to become precious to people. Because after a point, you can only watch so much AI slop. And you can recognize it. Now, some of it, and it's scary because, like, you think about the ramifications for politicians and, there's video of somebody saying something, and
or police,
or you don't know, and so some of it you can spot, but some of it is so good now you really, I've seen a lot of videos where they like show this, is this AI or is it real, and and it's getting harder to tell. But so we were saying how actually we were thinking that, and I saw a post about it, that like people are going to be so tired of digital content that at some point they're just going to throw their phones in the ocean and go to a play where there's actual real people, or a concert where there's real people. And I'm like, maybe our kids are poised for the next phase of like, I don't want AI, I want a real experience. I want, to go somewhere live and see something with real people and do something with my hands and all that kind of stuff. So and I've even seen,
I think that's why crafts like this have seen a resurgence. You see the people that are calling them old lady crafts, and stuff like that, and grandma crafts and stuff like that, but there's a lot of young people that are doing it.
I know.
And I think a lot of it is trying to get away from manufacturing and stuff that is
mass produced,
fast fashion and things like that.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I don't feel good, and I gotta go. And I don't know what you're doing. Licking your threads.
No,
Stop it.
pulling my needle through. Sorry. Using my teeth as an extra hand.
Well,
my dentist would kill me.
Yeah. So I've got to go, and so I can rest the rest of the day. I have a show tomorrow, if you can believe it. And tomorrow's this week is three shows. One of them's a double, and then next week is 3 shows, and 2 of them are doubles.
So
and
that cartoon.
Dying.
Oh, good, today's Friday. Oh, I'm a musician.
Yeah, exactly. But I love my job. I love my job. I love my job. I'm required to say that by law. But thank you so much for joining us this week again. We hope you have a safe and happy week and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Beware the Ides of March.
Yes,
but
beware
have
the
a
Ides
happy
of
hatch.
March, but have a happy.
Rogue heard you say the goodbye words. And
I know, she came running. She's
came
like, they're done, they're done. We will be back again next week. Let us know what you finished.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.